What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. The book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. It's at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. The link will be in the description box below, as usual. Scared to replace her, you know, or scared to approach her, or unscared to replace her. I don't know which one you can go with, but I'm gonna use both. Now, some of you fellas, when brothers talk about relationships and women and getting involved with women, some of you cats have a hard time dealing with the fact that the reason why you're upset at women is because the girl that you want that doesn't want you, you're still wanting her. You're still not moving on. They used to tell guys back in the day there's plenty of fish in the sea. And the problem is you got your bait, your line, and your reel out waiting on that one fish. And then you mad at guys who upgraded to getting a net. So are you upset that these women ain't picking you? You could be, but you're not upset at yourselves for being scared to replace the girl that you want. You feel like this girl should talk to you. Like even when you're younger, folks, check this out. She might be dating guys that you probably would think are beneath you. That's her choice. Probably not the best decision to make, but it's still her choice. But just because she picked somebody that you think is beneath her and you think you're ahead of him, you can just wipe her off the list and go approach somebody else. You know, it's not that difficult. I think some of you fellas don't want to admit y'all scared to approach women. And that's why, back in the day, I made not too long ago, I made the video about take advantage of being in the friend zone, because some of y'all who are in people's friend zone or keep getting put in the friend zone, you need time to practice on your ability, your confidence, and ability to talk to women, because it's obvious that some of you cats don't want to, are scared to approach. It's not that she's not on your level, it's that you think that she's not on your level. You put her on that pedestal. You feel like she's too fine to talk to. You talk to some very beautiful women, and some people get mad at some beautiful women, like, how you wind up with that dude? And they'll flat out tell you, he approached me. Other guys don't approach. They don't, I'm too pretty to, you never talk to me because I'm a such and such and such. Dude who got confidence, like, shit, I'm gonna holler at her. You know, and that's where um a lot of guys go wrong, because your fear paralyzes you. Truth be told, if you most times if you approach a woman and you got sense, and you're not like, and you're just comfortable in yourself, you're calm, collected, comfortable in yourself, and you're not stuttering, stammering all over the place. You're not just like real fidgety and like real nervous and sweating and shit. You can at least get a number if she's like not she's not taken. For the most part, you can at least get a number. And for some of you guys who get rejected, it's not the end of the world if you get rejected. So you can ask somebody else for their number. You can literally, and I learned this lesson very early. So I'm not talking as if I don't know this. Like when I was in high school, I was playing football. It was like my sophomore year, and what happened was there was a cheerleader that I thought was super fine. Everybody thought she was fine. And I was like, look, you know what? Say, you got a boyfriend? Because I want to talk to you. She was like, nah, I want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, cool. I walked off. Maybe about 250 feet later, like I started talking to this girl. Wound up walking her home. She wound up living across the street from me. I never knew. She wound up being my girlfriend. And it started from that point with me like shit. I ain't really gotta like you know. She told me no. Actually, it started the year prior to that when I was a freshman. I had a friend, a female friend, and actually I met her. I thought she was cute. I was like, be my old lady, be my old lady, baby. And me and her was talking for a little bit, and we lived at different places, and she broke up with me, and I was like, all right, that's cool. So what else you talking about? She's like, damn, you cool with being friends? I'm like, yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. I could talk to somebody else. And guess what? I just talked to somebody else. Like, sometimes you fellas get so, it's not the end of the world. Like, girl says yes, she says yes. She says no, she says no. There's plenty of fish in the sea. There's a lot of fine girls. But some of y'all have that fear, of losing her. You could replace her. And some of you gotta, some of you have to just go on, honey, take a chance. Don't be afraid of that. Because if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, some girls do think you're beneath them. But if you just brush that bullshit off and you say, okay, well, I'll go get somebody else, you'll be surprised how women will think you an overachiever because she could have been an 8. She told you no. You said, fuck it, I'm going to go holler at this 9 over here. You go get the 9, and she like, what the? How the hell that happened? Look, baby, you lost. You lost out on all of this magnificence. So I'm just moving up, baby. I'm moving up and I'm moving on. But some of y'all just don't get that because you're scared to replace her. And brothers don't want to, uh, don't understand that because sometimes you guys wasn't chosen. Sometimes you feel like, well, you look this way and you worked out and you got muscles and people liked you and blah 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 blah. Let's get it clear, pimping. A guy like me personally, I haven't. If I could show you my high school pictures, I cut off my hair in high school, literally. Like I did this in high school. So I was bald headed in high school. I wore hats in high school. I still just like hats and I like being bald headed. It is what it is. Uh, but I'm going somewhere with this. Even then, I was too short. I was working out, but I wasn't muscular enough. I was an athlete, but I just, who? Let's see how good, let's see how much recognition you get. I got a good amount of recognition, but, and the same thing happened when I went to college. And the same thing happened after I graduated college and as an adult. People always had excuses. But see, here's the thing. I never had a problem on self-improvement. I think you're always supposed to self-improve. So some of you guys are stuck not improving on yourselves. You 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 don't look back at yourself from the past and don't see any evolution. So when you don't see any evolution, you're basically at the same spot you were whenever you first got rejected and whenever you first got insecure. You could have been skinny. Why didn't you work out? You could have been fat. Why didn't you work out? You could have been dumb. Why didn't you read up and smarten up? I mean, you could have been broke. Why didn't you work and get a little bit more money? What is the issue? You know what I'm saying? You could have dressed all bummy. You could have dressed like a nerd. Well, nerds was in style like 2-3 years ago, so you should have cleaned up right then. Everybody was dressing like one, right? You got to know your time, your moment, your place, and take advantage of it. You got to prepare for that moment before it comes. You got to see this shit before it happens. And to do that, you have to have confidence, self-confidence. So ultimately, I'm saying don't be scared. Every moment can't be your moment. And even when you get the girl or don't get the girl, that doesn't stop you improving on yourself. Like some of you guys, this is where some of you guys fuck up. Y'all want the girl, y'all wait all day for this girl, because this is part of the problem when say, now that I'm a good catch, now you want me now. You shouldn't be waiting on the exact same fucking girl though when she fall off. You should be able to see that she's the type that did that. But some of y'all are waiting on the exact same fucking girl. That's not a good look, B. That means you've been stagnant this whole time. You never replaced her. There are girls from our past that I can tell you personally know good and goddamn well. When I stopped talking to you, I knew you was talking to somebody else after I left. Yep. You probably had this girl and this girl and this girl. I had some girls, but you know what I'm saying? Nothing in particular, but yeah. Because nobody should stop your progression in life. No woman should break your heart to the point that you can't move on and talk to somebody else. Like if it's just like work. If you wanted to have a job or career, profession, or anything, any accomplishment you achieve, you don't want to get there and then never achieve anything else. You get what I'm saying? Never. That's just crazy. It's just crazy. And part of it at the end of the day is you got to ask yourself, what are you scared of? Because once you realize you can replace her, you realize you can replace the next one. They're going to replace your ass. It's fair game, bro. Fair game. And maybe some of y'all, to get your confidence up, you might have to approach some people who you feel like are unattractive and not on your level, just to get your confidence up, to be able to know that you can get somebody else. You might have to get a 5, and then upgrade to a 6, and then upgrade to a 7, and then get upgrade to 8, and then get comfortable in the 8 area. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing now. But some of y'all just, men do the approaching, women do the choosing. But you gotta stop being scared to approach. And most women gonna choose you because women out here struggling. Like some of you guys, I want y'all to understand this before I get out of here. There ain't a lot of men out here. And see, women don't want to say that they make poor choices when trying to choose a man, because they're looking for men in a feminine paradigm or in a female paradigm, which is stupid as shit. So when they fuck up and realize, oh, that's not a man, the dude that I overlooked was a man. Other women learn from these mistakes. That's why they so silent. They don't share information with each other, because they hoping that they get a second chance to rectify their fuck ups and these other bitches don't catch up. Maybe I'm giving y'all too much game at this moment. But I'm telling you, don't be scared to approach her, and don't be scared to replace her. It'll do wonders for your life. I'm out.